Clock is ticking. We're just under 2 weeks away to get your RRSP contributions in for the 2024 tax year. And some new numbers from Edward Jones Canada shows that more Canadians haven't been able to contribute enough into their RRSPs.
So joining us now for a look at how this could impact your retirement strategy, Petra of Edward Jones Canada, Petra, pardon me, of Edward Jones Canada. Join us, Julie. Appreciate you joining us this morning. This situation sounds so much to me like it's connected to the overall affordability concerns in the country. People are a little bit short when it comes to groceries, rents, etc. necessities. So putting some money aside for retirement can be hard to do, but as you're about to say, I think that could cost us in the long run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what the data shows is that there's been a sharp decline from Canadians that say that they plan to contribute to their RRSP. So if we compare last year to this year, Canadians this year, only 39% of Canadians plan to make an RRSP contribution this year, and that's 10 points down from last year, with only 15% saying that they plan to contribute the maximum, which is 6 points down from last year.
Mm-hmm. And Julie, did this kind of data look at age groups?
It does look at age groups. So there's a more significant decline with younger Canadians. So younger Canadians being 18 to 34 years old, only 41% plan to contribute this year, which is down from 60% last year.
So, Julie, is there then a strategy that you would advise people to do in terms of RRSPs? I'm thinking about the whole borrowing to make an RRSP contribution, then sort of working on a tax return. Is that something you advise clients to do?
Yeah, it depends why they're not prioritizing RRSP contributions. So you alluded to higher cost of living or economic uncertainty. And that's what Canadians tell us why they're not making those contributions this year. So insufficient income, high costs of living, and debt repayment. So in terms of a strategy, it depends. What are they prioritizing? And is that actually a priority? Do they have a well thought out plan that's telling them to prioritize that? Or is there no strategy at all and they're just focusing on the wrong things?
Mm-hmm. And Julie, maybe you can talk about what's the harm in not contributing year over year? I mean, obviously we look at the age demographic, but what are you kind of looking for if someone isn't making those contributions regularly? How can that hurt them down the line?
Yeah, so there's, for the younger Canadians, time is on their side, provided that they make these contributions. But what's most important is every Canadian is unique and they have different goals. So what we want to make sure is that they're able to balance what is important to them now. So, cost of living and debt repayment, and what's most important to them in the medium and long term. So working with an advisor, they can determine what are their goals, what will their retirement look like, their ideal retirement, when does that take place, and then come up with a strategy or a plan to make sure that they're able to fulfill those goals instead of just prioritizing debt, instead of choosing one or the other with no strategy behind that.
Okay, interesting numbers, and it's an interesting time indeed, and your poll really reflects that. Julie Petra of Edward Jones Canada, thanks so much for joining us this morning. Appreciate this.
Thank you.
Thank you.